all, this is Xenoxis, and this is Megabonk. Yes, I did play up the demo quite a bit. I actually had, I believe I had like 3 hours, 30 minutes in the demo and stuff that, you know. Did quite a lot of unlocks, like didn't like unlock absolutely everything and stuff that, but yeah, I'm actually gonna change the control on one thing because I'm a bit worried about hitting the left CTRL. I know that it's CTRL and R that is like the how you start the recording and stuff that, you know, but yeah, but you know, I mean, I don't use the slide that often. I think I could probably put it on shift maybe. Yeah, left shift. I'm not using the quick reset or anything, by the way, so yeah. There's something else pretty similar, but of course the crunching is new here. I tried to get the sensitivity to what I had it in the demo, which was kind of 3.3 or 3.6 or whatever, because you don't want to use the smoothing at all. So if that camera check, you want to have that turn off, input delay on 0 instead of on 1. But I don't know if the input delay makes it more laggy or whatever, right? But yeah, but I'm closing closest enemy instead of the smart aim. Now I don't know what they mean with the random enemy target thing, if that is how accurate it is or how often it target random enemies, right? So I don't know what exactly that means, like it's having it on 1 if it would make it more likely to target a random enemy instead of targeting the closest enemy or whatever, right, you know. Shot tips is on, I had that on 1.45, I think that's what I had in the demo. It starts at 1.35, I think it is. Thus, I have it on red there on the HP bar. You can have it to red, white, yellow, blue, or magenta, which is the purple-esque one, or the light purple kind of thing, or the purple pink thing. Hide leaderboards is off, uploads go to leaderboard is on. You can also the quick reset on the debug FPS to see your FPS, the ROM, how much ROM you're consuming and stuff that. The crosshair I don't really care about because you don't really see the crosshair. I don't know if it is that the crosshair used if you're aiming, so that the crosshair would only show up if you're actually aiming, because there is a regular way to aim, so to speak. So yeah. So there's set to red. Just making sure that everything is yeah. So I'm using, of course, 1440p because that's the screen resolution on the screen. I'm using full screen window, VSync off. I'm using 144 as the FPS limit instead of the 120. I'm using 19 FOV. You actually start with, I believe it starts at higher than what it did in the demo, or maybe it started lower than it did in the demo. Because I forgot if it started high in the demo and then I went over 100, because you can get the FOV to be very, very high. Camera distance I haven't changed at all. Grass quality to high, soft on the shadow instead of hard, ultra on the you can see there in the background how it changes there, if you notice near the tree there. Yeah, and I'm using soft shadows, and then I'm using ultra, anti-aliasing on 8, soft particles on, fancy on the bloom. You can have it on fast, but yeah, or off, but I'm using fancy. Motion blur is on. Normally it's set to off, but I like the motion blur on because that actually seems to make the game run better actually. So I'm using grass quality on high, that on soft, ultra 8 on, fancy on. Now here's the thing, right? When you start up the game, you can select a certain thing and then to always select this option, and I'm using the DirectX 12 version or 11 version or whatever it was. I think it's 12 because you basically have 2 options. And it says only use this option if your game has crashed. And that seems like a really weird, like why wouldn't you use the later DirectX? Because it's usually that the later DirectX, the effects look quote unquote better off than in the later DirectX. Like why even have that as an option? Like why doesn't it just always try to have the latest DirectX, you know, and stuff that, you know. And they say that, oh, that's only if it crashes, you should have that on, you know, or whatever, right? But that seems to be really weird. So, high, soft, ultra, yeah. Controls again, as I said. You can hold the 2 crowns, for example. Rotate camera with arrow keys if you want to. Select upgrades with arrow keys. That was on by default, by the way, so yeah. So I'm not using the aim at all. I don't even have the aim set up here on the button. You can actually deactivate buttons if you select it and then you just press the ESC button, the escape key. And then audio 60, 70 there, and then everything is on 1. 1 is the highest, I think, yeah, 1 is the highest. Effects, damage number, damage flash, low HP, particle opacity on 1. I don't know what opacity means technically, if that will just change it automatically. But I really hope that it only starts changing it if it gets to ridiculous levels and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, in the shop, for example, we can spend on this, for example, to increase the silver gain. And you can see here what the unlocks are for certain things. Now, certain things aren't available to unlock immediately and stuff like that, you know, so, you know, that is something. Weapon slot, of course. Then you have quests also as well. The quests you don't unlock immediately, by the way, so there's a bunch of different things you can get. And then, of course, completing the quest gains you as many silvers, as they say here and stuff like that, so that is important. But should we begin with Mega Shed first? Yeah, I think we do. Let's start with Mega Shed. I'm just going to be running the tier 1 because I haven't cleared tier 2 yet and stuff like that, yeah. Let's just do some tier 1. Actually, I'm going to bring up the sound a little bit. 70. Now, certain, of course, certain. What do you say? Certain. I would say that certain characters can have things easier, so let's go with the damage here. The thing is, yes, the aura is really good used, like how the garlic is pretty good in Vampire Survivors and stuff like that. So that's a free chest when it's like open like that and be golden like that. So that's just pretty good on the aura, but I would like to have damage with that. None of these is super good. Oh, I got it now. I was skipping a refresh. Let's do a refresh. That is actually worth it though, I think. But we could pick up the shield tom already. Let's go for the aura. Because usually if you focus a lot on the aura, it can be really good at times, you know, to do and stuff like that. So anyway, something that you did not have in the demo, that's good damage and size. So something is that you have access to an actual map and stuff like that, which you did not have in the demo at all. So Giga Shed has the whole thing with that he starts flexing if he stands still for a while, and that can actually block attacks and stuff like that, which is actually very powerful. Yeah, size and damage, that's pretty good. Right, and I don't remember if the music is always the same on the character. I don't think it always is though. But supposedly, I'm guessing if you find all the boom boxes, it allows you to change the music. Yeah, the blowing up guys are annoying, by the way. So it seems like maybe there's stuff down here. Yeah, he flexed it just so he didn't take fall damage there. Yeah, the pots are really important, by the way, to get. Yeah, so that's the damage. You can actually use it for movement, by the way, getting exploderinos at times, because if you get exploded on the very edge, oh, there's a boombox. Let's open Booyah, Chaos Cloak, boost movement speed, protect damage, also gains movement speed. So that's one boombox. Now I don't know if the boombox stick out, I forgot what icon it was for it and stuff like that, so yeah. There's also apparently a thing that you can get if we kill the boss before 6:30 on the timer, but that often requires you to use to find the boss like very quickly and stuff like that. We can get more difficulty here. The difficulty is actually nice, by the way, so yeah. So exploration is very important here too. Stick those things. Oh, there's a microwave, right? Yeah, there's a microwave. Oh, that's a blue microwave. Yeah, no one need more rare items, basically. So Certain damage, yes. Because the other options weren't that good. And yeah, normally in the demo, by the way, you have 3 passives, I believe it was. And I think you had 3 weapon slots as well as the default. None of these are super good. Although the evasion could be good. Let's go with Silver Game because we're trying to unlock stuff, you know, and stuff that, you know. And I know that there are some people that say that, oh, the Silver Gain should be removed from the game or whatever. There are people that say, I know that the banana rank can actually cover us pretty well though. Actually, let's go with the banana rank at this point. Because I don't feel that it was worth skipping there at that point. Brotato is actually near here, so we could try and go for killing it. I don't know though, could we do it before 6:30 here? The monkey is there. I don't know if I need to find the key on the stage again. Yeah, I'm guessing I will still need to find the key on the stage. I don't know if I will have enough to kill the boss here though. Nah, I'm not gonna kill the boss in time here. Oh, so you basically need to get very, very lucky with your damage. Yeah, this could be... This is maybe very suicidal to do. Yeah, we might have done a mistake here. Let's just get away from the boss here. I could die because of doing this actually. Come on, please give me healing. Please. Yo, if we can get to the heart. None of these are super good. The attack speed is good though. Actually max HP. So we have a bit more of you know, survivability here. Go, go, go. Yeah, movement speed would actually be nice at this point. I went right into him. Damn it, I really want the size. But you have the experience gain. Now, let's go with the size. Damn, we died, but that was a really bad run though. I shouldn't have tried to go for the boss, you know, and stuff that, you know. We did get 5 silver though. Let's just invest into that to increase the silver gain. I don't know how much it increases, it doesn't say how much it increases by, but let's go again. Let's just go again immediately here. I mean, we were doing good here, but I shouldn't have spawned that boss there. Like the other boss would have been a problem to handle and stuff that, yeah. I found one of the boom boxes early. Okay, so we started in this corner. Damage. Yeah, sure. There are, for example, the eggs can, for example, work like really, really good with this and stuff that. But there are like a few things that you really, really want to try and see when you're running with the aura, for example. There are a few things and stuff that. Yeah, damage and size, good. Yeah, because you should only really, really, really spawn the boss there if you get some really good stuff. The good thing about finding this early, for example, so it is half the size what you can get. Yeah, the credit card rate could be absolutely insane. Oh, by the way. Damage home, yes, good. So then we can get the black there, because usually the damage on the thing is not super high on the aura and stuff that, you know. That is worth it though. Yeah, let's get the credit card here, the red. Yeah, I know it's called credit cards, you know. I know it's a bit, you know, weird. Not really weird, you know, and stuff that, but yeah. But the thing is, all of them have like, ooh. Yeah, Boss curse, huh? So I'm guessing that makes bosses harder. So wait, where do we have difficulty? Yeah, 0%. So I'm guessing that just makes the boss more difficult. But yeah. Just Aegis though. Let's just go with Aegis here. And I don't know if the banana rank always spawn on the stage even when you find it already or something like that, you know. Oh, Jim use. Very, very good. I did remember the audio right, yeah. Okay, HP regen can be pretty good. That could have actually saved us last time. Go with the damage storm there. Because sometimes you don't. Ooh. You have Aegis. We either go for the Experience Tome, by the way. We either go for the Experience Tome. But it also depends on when you find it. We could go for crit though. Refresh. Experience Tome. Good. And you can see the shares go up in price a lot like very fast. Like they don't go up this fast in the demo and stuff that, you know. And in the demo course you use gold for everything and stuff that. There is no like platinum, it doesn't exist. And stuff that, so yeah, you know. Our damage is not super high yet, you know, and stuff that, so yeah, that's the immunity shield, by the way. Yeah, go for... So if you check here, for example, here on the side, experience gain 1.1, so you know, the mirror is really good though, because it can reflect like damage and stuff that, but yeah. And normally something that you really want to get is thorns, by the way. But generally speaking, for example, the Thorn Stone you don't see super often and stuff like that, you know. I know that Thorns can be really good, but Thorns is better on the Knight. Because the Knight have the whole built-in thing effect. I kinda wish though, here, you could see your character somewhere, or at least, you know, the characters like passive effect and stuff like that, you know. Damage Storm. It spawns 2 bosses instead. Is that another one? A boss curse. Oh, we're getting lucky with the old boss curse, which, I mean, could just be bad. But it doesn't seem to affect their health, actually, the boss curse. It just affects how many respawn. Yeah, you see. Medikit, really good. Because again, we went with the experience and the damage. And we have Vegas and we have the... Good. Come on. Damage. Good. Another mirror. Very good. And that's oats. Which of course, drinking some delicious oats and goats, you know, gives you more HP, you know. Yes, it should. Boom, you. Okay, speed. That's gonna be handy. We can just stand here and wait. Activating the chance is really good. Ooh. We could get the shield here. The shield is really good because the shield can just save you basically a lot of times. Let's just get the chest here. Okay. Oh man. Get extra go when taking damage. Yes. Which I believe even works even if you have a shield or whatever. Let's see why. Medkit would be good. We have a 100 HP regen, but we can get more gym sauce. Yeah, get the gym sauce. To have more damage. Ooh. Yeah, but keep in mind right that just because something is purple doesn't mean always that it's good. But because the thing in this, unlike something like Vampire Survivors, The upgrades give you different amounts. Look back in projectile count is, I think, is pretty good. Because Aegis is more kind of like the book, if that makes sense. You know, is what I would compare it to. There's also the whole block weapon you can kind of have around you and stuff that also. But the rock things around you is like really, really weird. Because the rock things doesn't spin in a very, very good way. So I'm guessing you have to have a lot of projectiles to make the rock thing actually kind of worth it. Okay, so we have already seen the boss portal, which is why you have the arrow showing up now. And stuff like that, because we kind of got close enough to it. But yeah, I want to do more stuff, of course, obviously. There's a chest down here. Can't afford. There's a shrine here. I'm pretty certain that all of the things should already be placed. By the way, all of the size, good. It wasn't super big of a size increase, but it's just, you know. Now, I don't know how big you can make the Aegis shield, by the way, and stuff like that, because I imagine if they get big enough. Luck, right? Yeah, luck. 0% luck, so 5.4 is a big deal. So yeah, so it only shows 5%, it doesn't show you the comma there for whatever weird reason. Doop-a-doo-doo. More HP region is good, of course. Damage. I'm pretty low level actually. Like all things considered. I can usually be way higher level at this point, by the way. Projectile count. Damage on the Aegis. We haven't seen a magnet yet though. Magnets are a big deal, by the way, especially if you're exploring a lot of damaged home. Break the pot. There is a magnet. Yo! Experience gain? Experience gain? Damaged home? Experience gain? Experience gain? Tactical glasses, pretty decent. Yeah, that's more experience gain. Experience gain is now at 1.6. So 2.0, of course, it's double the XP and stuff that, you know. Damaged home. Of course, the bigger you make this, right, you know, I believe actually attack speed does actually, I'm pretty certain attack speed does actually affect this, or I believe. Yeah, I guess we cannot skip out on that when it's purple. Really. Okay, there was absolutely no point in going up there. That was a bit weird. Get that. Back the pot. Get the chest. More of those glasses. It's basically when they have more health. When they have more health, we can. Yeah. Do we spawn the boss already? I think we do. Because we could have used the nuke also here. Come over here, Mr. Bosses, please. Come over here, please. Come over here, Mr. Bosses, please. The nuke isn't gonna insta-kill them, by the way, or anything, but, you know. That did some damage at least. This is pretty bad. They're pretty difficult now. We don't really have super high damage, but the thing is just that this is very large, so we can damage them from quite a distance. Damage stone. Ages. It was pretty smart of us to be doing this now. Oh. Because, you know, I knew that we were gonna spawn a lot more bosses than normal. That is so effective, so annoying. We do have a health there though, so, you know. Yes, again. Yeah, we have the health there in case we need to. We have armor, by the way. Yeah, we have 0% armor. I would really like to see the purple torn shield in this chest here. We have an invulnerability there. Yo. But getting to that might be a bit of an issue, because we're slowed again. There are certain hits that can basically slow us down. Yo. No. Oh, absolutely insane. Now we can just stand here, and we should just be able to kill them quick enough here. Get that, get the chest though, by the way, while we can here. More cheese, that's gonna make this fight so much faster. Yeah. Shield isn't lasting anymore there. Yeah, they're gonna come, but the ghost doesn't get super scary until after 1 minute, basically. And we cannot go to the next stage anyway, so, you know. Yeah, let's get the health there. Size there. I really wanted the size so we can do more damage to them more often. Because usually if you kill if you kill all the bosses here, usually you would get like an automatic like magnet effect to just gain a shit ton of levels off them. Damage. Come on. This could get really scary here if you're not careful. There's another chest. I would really like to get the chest. Come on. It's just increase evasion. That might actually save us. Project account. Or a knockback. Pandemics, yes. We clapped their cheek so hard, yeah. Yes. Damage Storm. Aegis. Come on. Jump higher and further, okay, good. Yeah, because you can see the portal, even though we kill the boss, we cannot like go inside the portal. Because we're not playing on like several different tiers. Because if you're playing on a higher tier, then like even the default stage will be harder. Come on. Get there. Get more chests now. Ooh, damage storm. Nice. Because here is the thing, right? With attack speed, for example, the quote-unquote aura would attack faster. And there we go. It's almost by 2 minutes, almost. Yeah, 2-1 completed. That gives you a lot of silver every time, though, even if you've done it before. Okay. Blooded home, nice. 18 silver, nice. Okay. That's 1 extra silver. 8 extra silver, yo, let's go! So tomes, quantity and bloody tome. idle use is of course really insane, by the way. Isn't that slot the cannon? I think that's slot the cannon. Anyway, we unlock. He was a skater boy. No. Bloody Tom is the lifesteal, right? Or do we already have the lifesteal Tom? Okay, speed boy. Upon taking damage below 50% max HP slowdown time, deals 2 times damage. That seems pretty decent, but yeah. You can, for example, use to remove useless items once you get access to, what is it? Toggler, I'm guessing it's the thing, but yeah. Anyway, right, then there are some things that are different comparison to the demo here and stuff, that's right, you know. 2% luck is even better than he was in the demo actually. Fox only had like 1% luck per level and stuff there, so yeah. Yeah, speed build, but it's halved when you take damage. Oh, so in the demo, you build up speed over time, of course, but it was actually completely lost. You lost all your speed that you had built up, you know, when you took damage. Also gain damage based on speed, yeah. So Black Calcium will just move insanely fast and stuff, that's, yeah. So let's go with Calcium. Yeah, and let's go for tier 1 clear here. You do have challenges here though, that you could do that could quote unquote increase the silver gain. But I'm guessing those are gonna be a lot easier to complete though. Because completing them gives you like, you can see like 1% permanent. So I'm guessing once the challenge is complete, you will always have like a 1% permanent like increase to silver. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13%. If you would do all the challenges once all of them are available and stuff that, you know, so you know. That is something anyway, we're just doing the tier 1 for now. And where the skateboarding skeleton were. But then it's shift that you do the whole slide thing with. As you can see. Now if you just press it, he just does that. So instead you need to hold it basically. Because the basic otherwise it would just be a toggle and stuff that, you know. Bone. So here's the thing, that bone, I know that the bone is really good because you basically want things that shoot projectiles with it. I know that lightning staff is pretty good. So, but let's go with projectile speed because we have it here. So that was the free chest, so let's get another chest. Experience gain is decent. But yeah, so you want to have projectile count with the bone. But then the best I think we could get... That is not the best. And we're banishing the aura here. Which might sound absolutely insane to do. And stuff like that, but yeah. Now, do we go with the speed home otherwise? Because the faster we're traveling, like literally the more damage you do and stuff like that. But it's hard to always, you know, travel and stuff like that, you know, always travel fast rather. Now, since this character is so fast though, you don't need to technically pick up like the stuff immediately. Another projectile speed. Legendary silver game. Silver game. I know that the CV is only useful up to a certain point, but I feel like there are people that, if you play the demo, when you selected the stage, for example, you could see that there were a lot of slots. And even if you were counting the desert, then there would be at least, what, like 6 more stages, or maybe 7 or 8, whatever, right? You know, I do have some ideas for what the stages could maybe be. Maybe there could be a snow stage, maybe there could be like a swamp stage, you know, and stuff that, you know. Maybe there could even be like a town stage, you know, or a village stage or whatever, you know. Considering this kind of feels like a fantasy environment. Although you could say that it's sci-fi as well. Attack speed. Yo. We got the 2 totems we actually need to make this like insane. At least in the demo, if you got these 2 tomes, they were the yo, and the absolute best, one of the best passives for it. I feel like, you know, backpack used more projectiles because the bones, quote unquote, bounce naturally as well, kinda, and stuff that. And if you get enough, and we can get the fireball, because here is the thing, right? You either get the bananas, you get either the bananas, the bow. We could theoretically roll for the revolver. We can roll for the revolver and then we get it. Yeah. I mean, the main problem is that this doesn't cover us very well. Like, so against huge waves, things could be a problem. Let's open a monster here though. Thorns is pretty decent because Thorns actually does give you some armor. Gain 2 thorns for every 1% armor, also gain 10% armor. So, you know, it's just, you know, like, yeah. So armor now becomes more useful and stuff that, so that is useful. So this is a purple one. I don't know if the rarity affects how strong the thing is. Elite spawn increase. Attack speed. Okay, let's go up here. Projectile speed. Because obviously when you combine both projectile speed and attack speed, not only will it fire more quickly, but your projectile will reach the target more quickly as well. You can see where you're smoking this fool. Max HP actually. Yeah, we don't want to take that yet. The difficulty? No, it's not a lot. Yeah, we only have 8% difficulty. Projectile speed. Yeah, it's a bit risky to go for that. Oh, nice. The freeze time. Freeze time is very good at this point. We used, yeah, I just used magnet. That might have been too early of a magnet though. Projectile speed. Attack speed though. Well, we have projectile bounce and crit chance. Because, you know, projectile bounce is also very useful. Oh, here's a curse shrine. Difficulty. Things become very, very... Haha, but I am on skateboard. Yeah, but we don't deal with the swarm very, very well. Yeah, we need to look for gaps. Yo, see me, Mr. Merchant guy. Yeah, that could basically save us because we can freeze. Yeah, sure, it's only a 20% chance, but men projectile count though. Yeah, just gaining more projectiles is just... Eventually, basically, once you have enough attack speed, you can deal with like what insanely huge groups eventually. I mean, it doesn't look like you would be able to, but you know, there's another boombox. Attack speed. Ring, which is of course more HP and also like just damage. Yo, that's all the boomboxes. Nice. Attack speed. Yeah, just key. Yeah, the keys are really important, by the way. Also luck. Yeah, that's our first luck, right? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, the clovers can be really nice as well to have a lot of. Yeah, the damage, just so we can open more chests, hopefully. 5% armor. Yeah, just because the armor has extra value, because that's relaxed for once. Now I would really want to see more of the Torn shield though and stuff like that, you know, because, you know... Now the thing is, of course, this character is not very tanky and stuff like that, which is a bit of an issue. Attack speed. I feel like projectile amount of whatever it is, right? Yeah, projectile speed. So projectile speed is 1.8. Where do we have extra projectiles, by the way? Projectile count is 1. That's not good. Yeah, because it's just projectile speed. It's not increasing the amount of projectiles we have. I think there are passives that do it though. Moldy cheese, because we don't have one. Because the moldy cheese is the first one, is the strongest one, of course, technically to have. Projectile speed. So what's our projectile speed? Our projectile speed is 2.0 now. So we have double the projectile speed of normal. Medkit is good. So now we have a little bit more. We have HP 55. The main problem, of course, with the skeleton is very squishy. You know, and stuff that, you know. But his body armor is really good because he has 70% armor. So the armor percent is base, you know, so basically like 70% armor is basically 17% reduced damage taken and stuff like that, but of course the armor gets insane once you get to some pretty insane values, more attack speed. Lifesteal though, that's the first lifesteal, right? So lifesteal is only 6%. Yeah, let's go over here. Yo, epic bone. That's what she said. Damn, crit chance though. And projectile speed. Yeah. I know in the demo it was a thing to like activate all the shrines, but it seems like certain shrines regain their status or whatever, and I don't know if it is that you need to do. Ooh, free chests. Yeah, the gold chests are always free, by the way. Right. Or maybe they give you money as well, but yeah. Oh, the final wave kinda... Like technically the final like big black wave spawn basically. Yo. Yeah, that has a 9-second cooldown, but that is a heal. You were almost dead. Oh, we need the speed though. Can't believe we survived there. Attack speed. That's just gonna save our life. There's health over there also. I'm gonna try and stick close to the health here. Yeah, the wave kinda seemed to kinda have ended. Not 100%, but it's way less now. Why? Yeah, key. That's only 2 keys though. Like keys have like insane value, of course, obviously, because you know it just has a chance to give you free things. We don't know where the boss shrine is yet though. Crit chance and break the bounce, yeah. We should be able to kill these fairly quick here. Because of fucking attack speed, man. Yes. And we get more tactical glasses. All the cheese. Good. Projectile bounces on the bone. All levels aren't that great on the weapons. There was like one incredible lucky round when I managed to just get so many levels on the aura, for example, like the aura was insanely powerful and stuff that, you know. And stuff that, you know, because yes, you can just get lucky also, you know, and stuff that, like that is something, you know. Now I haven't really seen any of the movement speed items, which is a bit odd in my opinion, you know. Yeah, that's more projectiles. Right, then this is the dead end. We haven't found the shrine yet though. I mean, we could summarize kind of where it is. Though, but this could be an issue because we might die like very quickly. And you need to clear the boss basically to count as, you know, finishing the actual thing, you know. Gotta go fast! Boom boom! I would really want to stay at the shrine though here. Just a bit quick. Yo, more of the curse boss things. It is a bit quick here. It's most likely gonna be over here somewhere. At least from what it looks like on the map here. Free chest. Key. Let's do this while it's easy. What we can still do to shine here. Your experience gain. No, we don't have a lot. Only have 1.3, but still something. More difficulty. Crit chance and crit damage. I didn't even see what that was. Yeah, that was the stim pack thing. Yeah, it's up here. We will be able to even kill the boss, that's always the question here. Yo, that's scary. Yeah, we might be toast here. Yeah, we're toast. Yo. Yo, that's a lot of unlocks though. That doesn't count as clearing the round, right? I'm just checking here. No, yeah, it doesn't show there. Interesting. Quests. A few more silver. But there are of course quests that gives you like way more and stuff that like all of these are pretty low on the amount of silver you get. There's one with 8 there. There's one with 8 there. So there are some pretty crazy things, and then of course you have skins here, you know, and stuff that, so yeah. And also with the kills, of course, obviously, so yeah. So what's in the shop? Manually select the music it plays. Oh man, the refresh is only 8 though. Battery is huge though, because that's the attack speed. Because the whole I know is very, very good. Golden sneakers, idle use. Yeah. Experience shard. So that's quantity and that's bloody tom. Charge all short trains on a 2-3 run across all 3 states without leaving the charge zone. Zero points 001 chance to drop when killing an enemy at the luck tom. Yeah, so that just requires you to have a shit ton of luck. I'm guessing when you get the amount of goblin kills that gives you the axe. Normally you would already have the axe on like the demo and stuff like that, but yeah. Let's just go with the boombox thing and boom. So let's go with Mr. Fox guy here. Unbonkable. The final bonk. Clank's team. Bonking is. Megabonk. This is definitely like Mega Man X vibes on music. Yeah, well, this episode is shading. Yeah, this would be like a Sigma boss fight. Basically. This is Doom. Yeah. Do. Yeah, this definitely has Doom vibes. Bonk me up before you go. Certain ones sounds like they're supposed to be song reference, you know. Wonder bonk. Is it gonna sound similar to the whole, what is it, Eine Kleine Luftballon or whatever? Eine Kleine Luftballon. Na 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 na. No. I think this was in the demo. This one specifically. Here's Megashad's team though. This is definitely Street Fighter coded. Because we had a type of that it kind of sounds like the whole, you know, like Ken stage. It does that kind of, you know. Okay, that's all the songs. But at least I couldn't go more to the right there. Can I go more to the left though? But I'm pretty certain I got that song yesterday. Because there was a song that was really loud that required me to actually basically like because you cannot go further left than the... I kind of wish though that you could get like a list to show up instead. Is this the one that's super loud? Because I know that there was one song that was like super loud when you... I don't think it's... But where is the Fox's theme? Was that the last music last time? I think it's Bonking in the Forest is actually supposed to be the Fox song. Let's actually go to tier 2 and see if we can actually do it. Yeah, so audio 0.70, 0.70. Because basically, here's the thing that even though it doesn't show you any difficulty here, right, spicy meatball could be available earlier there, but that would require us to get 216. Which can take a while, of course, to do, but if we get lucky with some of the stuff that we get, especially if we find free chests, you know, I just get on the staff here. The thing is though, there is, I think I have bought a credit card available at this point, like as the passive item and stuff that, you know. They should both exist and stuff that, yeah. Oh, and this is insane by the way, the stonks. Banish the Zoro. Kinda know what I want with the fire staff here. Now the thing is, the fireball is pretty big, though. Stuff that, which is like a big deal, by the way. Like that speed. Luck. You might say, yeah, you just get attack speed as well, because yeah, that's kind of true. And stuff that, however... I was stuck here. So that, slide, yeah. Can we do this though? This is scary. HP region at this point. Your HP region isn't very high. I don't think that's the same MOA as we encountered before though. I would really like to kill that skeleton though, but we're not going to. No, don't get the difficulty. Gym source though. Yeah, we might have done a big mistake though by not, you know, getting certain things. High staff. The movement speed again could be nice, of course, but yeah, I think we are going to need attack speed though. Please kill the attack speed. I've seen a lot of difficulty increases though. But yeah, the main problem is we only have one weapon, and yeah, there is a specific weapon I want. And stuff that, which is a bit annoying to try and make sure that we get a specific weapon and stuff that, you know. I might say that all the spicy meatball is not worth going for. It is. There's a free chest. Okay, using an interactable summons a ghost. That's a free chest. I didn't even see what I selected here. Oh, I just selected this automatically, the Aegis. I did not mean to select the Aegis. I mean, the Aegis could still save us there. So that's the bit of an issue at times, you know. We have 200 now though. But good luck remembering here where we were. No. There is a nuke over here though. Do you want to spawn down here? Let's fucking go! Back to speed. It is absolutely insane. Attack speed. Yo, we might be cooking now. Because yeah, the Aegis is just basically a lifesaver, because as long as we have the Aegis up, you know, the Aegis, you know, it's like really, really good. Speed. Yeah, we did. My fight money. Yeah, that's because of course we did the other tier there. Right, I'm not gonna do that mistake again there though. Let's still save up here. Let's go again. Let's just go. Now we're going to 2 still here. So here's the thing, right? If I would have like just paid attention to the map when we started, right? If I would have just paid attention to that, here's the thing, right? The spicy meatball is a big deal, by the way, if you can find it and stuff that, you know. Thorns. Although we don't have access to that tome. I don't think we have access to either Thorns tome. We don't have access to the Thorns tome, I don't think. First step at that point. Yeah. I mean, the ghost is not a bad idea if we're gonna interact with a lot of stuff. Because that means also if we get chased by stuff. Banish aura. I'm gonna tell you once the blocked item appears that I really wanted to get on the fox. I either wanted the lightning staff kind of thing or the bow. Just that because if I remember correctly, there might be something that requires specifically you to get the bow, whatever, or at least get kills with the bow. So does that mean even chests will count? Spawning the ghost. Crit damage and projectile speed, nice. And we haven't gotten a single tome yet though. There's a nuke here to remember. Going note here. A lot is having like map awareness in this and stuff that, you know. You slide. Attack speed. How much is our thorns? Yeah, 7 thorns. Normally I wouldn't go with this one, but let's go with it. Because I mean, the thing is basically since you are running with a more like higher tier or whatever, I believe, it is kind of what makes it so that the waves become technically harder and stuff there, because they spawn up way more enemies than normal and stuff there, so yeah, you know. Here's the key. Let's go key. That I feel is the one that you need to open. Yeah, to open where to get to the monkey. Yeah, let's grab this already. Projectile speed and size. Nice. And we did go with attack speed, yeah, we need. There, it's good. And our lucky is 29%. So basically, like each time you gain level, you get 2% luck, which is even better than it was in the demo and stuff that, you know. This is why, of course, the XP tome is like really good. So since we have attack speed, right? Yeah, attack speed. How quickly you shoot projectiles and perform attacks. Pot, do that. Experience gain. Yo. That's more. I don't know if there's any way to check boss curse specifically here. Yeah, I don't think there is here. Yeah, because the lead spawn is you still normally. There isn't anything to indicate that, oh yeah, you will spawn more bosses or whatever, right? Kind of wish there would be a thing, but yeah. So now there's 3 stone golems instead. That's just a regular guy. Ooh. Damage is pretty good, but yeah, let's go for Cursed Owl. Cursed Owl is insane, by the way. So, curse an enemy dealing 30% of their max HP every second. Oh, that's Bushy. Can we kill Bushy though? I've never tried to kill Bushy. Let's get this chest. That's some HP regen. I mean, our damage is decent, I feel like, you know. It's not super high. We could get some better items though too. Okay, that's max HP, which is not the worst. But we do have these though now. Yeah, that's not super high health though. Attack speed. Oh, okay. Come on, man. This is a bit scary though here. Yo, coin though. Yeah, we might have screwed up here. Shampoo! Yeah, we did kill something there. Yo, come on. Oh, we got blasted. I shouldn't have spawned the bush, man. That's some more. That's some more on that though. We had a project account. And that might actually be insane at this point. Let's go with Fox again, but let's go back to tier 1. Because I'm pretty certain, right, that it just becomes harder when you're running the higher tiers. Let's go with this one Wednesday morning. It's bonking time. Because I feel like tier 2 is meant to be a lot harder. Okay, that's very, very good. That's a magnet shine right at the bat. Nah. That was the time I wanted to, but since this one had the projectile thing, so projectile count is 0 there. But for example, the upgrade that we had on the fire staff was of course with projectile count. So. Although I'm still only seeing one pro. No, that's 2 projectiles K. Experience gain. Get the chest. And we get the mirror. So the mirror says reflect back any incoming damage back to the attacker and gain a short invulnerability. So size and damage is good. Now the question is though, can this actually do splash damage, right? It seems like it did there. Although I'm not 100% certain because it's hard to tell sometimes if it's fire bolt. Yeah, fire staff because it's more size. Yeah, that definitely seemed to be a triple kill there, so they definitely seem to be splashed to the fire staff, which is actually something that makes it very, very important. I would love the revolver, but we're getting pretty decent stuff on the fire staff. Right, I would definitely want the projectile count photo, by the way, if we see it again. Can we get some decent stuff? It's Viridian, why not? There's a nuclear. The nuke can of course save you against the giant waves, you know, if things go really bad, and you know, stuff like that, you know. Let's just scout more of the map here. Difficulty is nice because this is the tier 1, of course, you know. Because I often feel like you're probably meant to farm tier 1 just for a really long time before you even attempt tier 2 and stuff like that, just to make sure that you have certain good things that can show up and stuff like that, you know. Experience gain, right, yeah. So we have 1.3 experience gain. Banish Aegis. Of course, having, for example, more refreshes, having more banishes is like incredibly useful and stuff that, you know. Because I feel like here's the thing about permanently used locking an item can seem like a really good idea and stuff that, you know, but yeah, refresh. Ooh. Your size and project account, so you know. So you can see project account shows a 0 there. But since there are built-in like upgrades for the weapon and stuff that, like, you're not always guaranteed to get the same things on the weapon, and sometimes it is very much about like the whole decision making and stuff that, you know. So yeah. Projectile speed and count. We should just be able to nuke this guy. Yeah. I forgot if I gotten the thing to kill them quickly enough. I think I have already. Okay. Okay, that's the poison. Attack speed. Attack speed is definitely what I want. Okay, get that. Oh, Clover is good because Clover is used. Clover! Basically, this is the character, at least so far, that Clover is the best on because of the fact that the more XP you get, the more luck he gets. Stuff that, you know. Yeah, sure, even if you have insanely high luck, you can still get, you know, quality tone, so more projectile. So now we actually have projectile count 1 there. Size. Because it just makes the projectile bigger, because this definitely seems to have the old splash functionality. Attack speed. The fact that we haven't even seen the other weapon yet is a bit annoying. Attack speed. Because I'm going for it this time, because I feel like that will just help us in an AoE situation when we have like a really big, you know, groups. The fact that we haven't seen it yet is very odd. We still haven't seen it yet. We do have a... Ooh, this is the best thing because this gives you increased luck by 2% when opening a chest. So this means also that, for example, that you could get multiply that, for example, and you could use like being stacking, you know, begin stacking like luck, like pretty in the same way. And keep in mind that even 3 chests count towards it. Projectile count. So how many projectile counts? So we have 3, and then of course all the different ones from the weapons as well. So yeah, I need to remember that this nuke is here. Yeah. None of them are the correct thing though, so skip. And this is a bit of an issue. Now we need to take whatever shows up next. If we only get like 3 weapons. Oh, that's a mag though. I didn't want that. I wanted the lightning staff this time around. Here's the thing, that flame walk is insanely good, but that one kind of requires size to be good. But the flame walker also stacks on top of you, so if you stand still, then it's really good. But I don't think the tidal use can show up because we don't have it unlocked. Balls is of course pretty insane with this because of the projectile speed and the count and stuff that, which is pretty decent. Banana ranks are very yeah, banana ranks. So it's in projectile speed. Banana rank damage and projectile speed. Yo, that's a good attack speed increase there. size and project account. The project account on the bananas. And the other thing that it was. Experience gain. So now we have 76 luck. 78 luck. So yeah, now of course, if we happen to get several of those cards, by the way, we can get pretty insane luck, by the way. You know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, it's gonna be pretty damn cool. Crit chance, yeah. What's a crit chance? Only 8%, yeah. Get that. The pods are very important. The pods are kind of like the small tiny white things that show up on the map. The small white dots, basically. There's another magnet though. Do we take a little bit of armor? Yes, we do. Because I feel like if you just get certain stats, then they have a high chance to show up. Sometimes I feel like, no. We're not gonna take the magnet yet though. You know, like the whole pickup range can be really actually that's pretty decent. That actually moved us a bit. I'm really scared about this swarm though here. There is, oh, this is the insane combo here. If we can get to that safely to get the money. Because of course, the more kills you get with this, the more money it sees. So size on the banana rang. Roll it. Nice. Attack speed. Attack speed. Projectile count. Attack speed. That is insane. Oh, and we finally got the key. And there's an immunity shield. But here's the thing, right? When is the immunity shield the most powerful, by the way? The immunity shield is the most powerful once you will watch shinies, and we do know. They're showing up the thing, but yeah. And you can see them as the shield icon on the map where the shields are. But we would kinda need some movement speed or at least better jumps to get to the thing, by the way. Okay, we can just nuke this guy. Look at this damage. Look at it! Yo. Okay, so, you know. That's pretty decent, not gonna lie. Speaking of speed, I'm going towards boss right now. Break the count. Assassin damage on the banana rang. It's gonna be this far away, really. Just all very good. This is kind of where to start this, I think. Oh yeah, let's just do this one a bit quick here. And let's do elites, which I believe counts as bosses as well, right? I think. And more keys. So the keys basically have chances to make the chest free and stuff that, right? Instead of it costing, you know. See, we got another one. So that means that now with 2, basically, it's 2% per each. So now we will get 4% more luck for every chest we open. Shock freezing is really good though. I did more while airborne. The thing though is that, for example, the airborne thing is pretty easy because if you use jumping a lot, then basically I believe it will be like you don't technically need to be in the air. Like technically, if you're firing a projectile and it lands while you're in the air. I think we got the key this round. No, we did not. I need to remember that Monk is there. Okay. So some projectile speed. Here's Shrine of Suck. Projectile speed and count. So I send the thing on the thing. Yo, slurp gloves, healing. So I send damage on the 5 staff. Yo, another motor cheese. Nice. Damn, it was really in the middle of the map, really. That's insane, man. Yeah. Nice. Weapon slot 1. Okay, that's going to be huge. Can we kill him really quick? I think we can. As long as we're not being too dumb here. There. Come on, barky guy. Banana rang. Banana rang. Yo, ice cube. Okay, I need to remember where is the things. Now I cannot wait, or you can do it when you're passing. So that's the closest shield. Right over here. Right, yeah. Attack speed. Yeah, over here. There is an in-wall shield over here, which is what we're trying to get to. Hopefully we don't die before we reach it. I see the shield. I see the shield. I see the shield. And now we're immune to damage. Where is next shield? There's one up here. Right, technically over there. Yes, ice. And then we jump. And we try and can I jump? It's right over there. I saw the shield. Oh, my fight money. That was pretty good though. Tier 1. Yeah, 22 silver from that. No. Okay. Tomes, nice. Items. Yo. And complete 25 quests, nice. So we have 35 silver now. Attraction tome. So that's Dragon Fire. Yeah. However, now, oh man, yeah, getting more weapons. Yoink. But really it only has one upgrade, so 3 is the maximum on weapons. So Tom slots requires even more quests. The refresh is really good though. We could go with idle use is still really fucking good, man. I get the idle use. But there's the lightning stuff, yeah. There's the axe, by the way. So the axe, all of these weapons were kind of available in the demo. Not chunkers were not available in the demo though. But all of these other things were available in the demo, by the way. I'm pretty certain Flame Walker was available. Axe was available. Slutty Rocket was actually available. If you could get to it, of course. Oh, the executioner. Right, so you do we used Giga Shed up? Yes, let's go with the Mega Shed. Let's go. That is pretty insane though. The challenge rounds are not uploaded on leaderboards. Alright, you cannot have several things active at once. Kill all the bosses. Yeah, this is the loud team, I forgot. Yeah, let's go tier 2. This could be insane though, to try and do. So this means we die in one hit. Which you know is, you know. Although, just increase the aura. Now you do have a little bit of leniency though, you know, and stuff that. Now I'm guessing though, for example, like even though we're running with the challenge here, I don't they display the challenge though? Kinda wish they did. But yeah, we have 3 weapon slots now though, of course, which is good. I'm guessing though, like getting stuff like, for example, getting the Aegis, I do think will still protect us, even though we have the thing, so we die in one hit. Because I think like stuff like shield will still work, and that's a common one, by the way. Where you can put in common items and then get more of certain other common items. Because the keys count as common items, by the way. We got beer. The beer is very good because our HP doesn't matter. Yeah. Aura. Normally I want better upgrades and stuff that, you know, but yeah, let's go with the chest. Attack speed. I think that attack speed actually does work with the aura, by the way. Because here's the thing, right, that, for example, attack speed did work with the garlic. So basic attack speed means that it does a tick more often, if I remember correctly. Ooh, a blue one. How good are you? After evading. That would be if we can build up evasion enough. Electric plug could be good, though. So they aren't super expensive, the stuff there. That's another... that's another... Oh man. That is really good though. But that would require us to build up evasion though. Okay, let's just go with the electric plug here. Oh, we did get a free chest here though. That was a bit scary though. Experienced home. Aura. Aura. What did we go for? We went for the experienced home first. I want size, actually. You know. Which might not sound that good. You know. Beefy ring is absolutely insane though. So at this point, I just want to try and power level the aura as much as possible. Basically just taking aura whenever possible. Because sometimes even if your upgrades are bad, I know the lightning stuff is good. Banish the precision tome though. That will just make it easier to find the one tome that I want though. Refresh. Yeah, that's what it gets selected by default there, but yeah. Yeah, let's just go with lightning staff. The main problem is the lightning staff is not super good on its own. Sure, it will hit like stuff, you know. Which you might say, oh, but the lightning ring is so powerful and stuff that, and sure, that's true, you know, and stuff that, you know. But I felt that at least in the demo, there's the size. The flame walk is also very, very good on Mega Shed, by the way. Because obviously, right. Now it's yeah, the bosses are a bit of an issue though, because it's very easy that you get hit by the boss. By the way, it doesn't have that much health. But we didn't insta-die from that. So I'm guessing we didn't have the challenge active. My experience came. Holding on this though. So I'm less worried about the boss now because of that. Come on, John. Come on, I want your delicious ham! Aura. Yo, Jim use. I mean, it's true though, man. Yo, that's more XP gain. That's just speed. XP tome. Yoink, difficulty. So we found the boss shrine already. That's good. then we can use stand here and flex a bit. Experience gain, yeah. Because we do have the XP home. H's. Let's go. Size? Wow, that's just a doubling of the size. Which is absolutely huge. Yes, I know we don't have the damage tome or anything. Aura. It's really bad to just get super many levels and then not have a lot of damage on the aura and stuff. That's like really bad to do. Backpack. Gym sauce. Damage hell niggas. Those two leads. Now we cannot say no to that because that's just a damage upgrade on the aura. We spawned the boss already. Now that kind of feels ridiculous to do. I mean, I know the boss might take a while to kill. It's probably not going to take that long. That's challenge shine right, yeah. Okay, good. Rampiring further, that's good. Yeah, we haven't seen the Thorn Shield yet though, so, you know... Oh! Come on. Golden Shield though, we don't say no to that. I wonder how we unlock the Kevin though. Yo, experience gain. A free chest. XP regen. Difficulty, how much difficulty? What is it? I thought it was down there. Yeah, 25% more difficulty. But there's another magnet though. I mean, that's so close to the... That's so close to the... Oh, we have a bunch of magnets here now actually. What? Let's grab that. So some damage. And then we'll grab this. Pickup range. Pickup range can sometimes actually be bad. Okay, more XP. Damage and size. XP gain is 1.6 at this point. Okay, let's spawn the boss. Experience gain. And more attack speed. I do think it ticks more often with attack speed actually. No. Aura. Yeah, aura at that point. The going down here might be smart, or it might be really dumb. Yo. The other guy is stacking on top of him. We do have a magnet effect here. Let's actually take the magnet effect here. Yeah, projectile bounces and projectile count. Lightning staff damage. Size on the aura. Size and damage on the aura. Yo, legendary size tome. Aura. Yeah, we take that if it's damage on the aura. Oh man. There's lightning projectile can't own the lightning staff. Size on the ages. Yeah, we can say no to that on the aura. So many bosses at once now. Holy shit. Yo, the lightning thing though. That power up increases like attack speed and like damage by an insane amount. Size. Yo, watch this damage. Yo, don't die. Don't. Easy every time. Yo, charging charge time, we turn it into a healing zone. Future stages, yo. HP region. Moldy cheese. Size. That was just damage on its own. Yo. We could also walk to the next zone already. How long do we stay though? You know, I want to go for some of those magnets. I do think we can survive. Because the damage is pretty decent. And we used to have a fucking massive area. I'm basically going to one of the magnets here though. Just experience gain. Yeah, that was not a lot. But we can get more moldy cheese. Yeah, we're level 20 on the actual like aura and stuff there, which is absolutely insane. Which might have been like really bad. Yeah, let's just stay here. Yeah. Go inside. Okay. First time to the second stage. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, so it's a purple forest. The wipes are off. I mean, short runs used scale insanely, but we need that at this point. So we can finally start scaling luck. Damage. Yeah, you can see it takes like pretty long time to kill. There's a magnet shrine, that's pretty good. And we also had a magnet drop there. So yeah, since they're out here too, that's why we didn't get a challenge, of course, obviously, you know. And I think that yes, a lot of this is possible because of the fact that we had three weapons. I feel like that just made such a difference. So difficulty is set. %. So 100% would of course be double difficulty, by the way, and stuff that, you know. So yeah. Now I don't know if it works like how Curse works in Vampire Survivors, if it's just like more like enemies do more damage, you know, enemies have more health. The main problem are that chests are really expensive now at this point though. So you know. So we either need to get a bunch of keys, though I feel like, you know, we either need to get a bunch of keys. Actually get to go for a size tom there at that point. Now I don't know technically if the Aegis Dome actually gets affected by size or not. No. Okay, Clover is very nice. So with 12% luck. Attack speed. Because attack speed. What's our attack speed? Our attack speed is 126%. I think 100% is the default attack speed though. I don't think we have gotten that many things that increase our attack speed. Well, we have gotten 2 of those. So that's 8% each, so that's 16% more attack speed. That alone. I mean, the size of your attacks, projectiles, explosions and more. I mean, we definitely seem to be able to kill the golem, but it takes a while just to do. Because you always have to remember your attack speed. Like, it's very, very important to remember how much attack speed you have. Can we charge this run fast enough? Maybe. Size. Boss curse might be a bit scary though. There is a immunity there though. But then actually this is very good. The healing zone stays even after you have already activated the shine. That's actually very good to remember actually. Now maybe I don't have the thing unlocked already by the way, but there is a thing that could show up in the demo that was really good, which is of course campfire. Because of the way... Oh, I didn't pay attention at all there. I didn't pay attention, goddammit. Oh man. I didn't pay attention to the damage I took there at all. Okay. 1 unlock. Okay, we got 19 silver for that run though. Damn it. Okay, so... So does X become available then? No. Oh! You need to get kills with the sword. Okay. Get precision to level 10. As Clank. With Slatter Rocket. Get the lightning staff to level 15. Freeze 1000 enemies with the ice cube. Shut the sword shine during a sandstorm desert. Kill, yeah, okay. Let Tom to level 12. Knockback Tom to level 10. Kill Scorpionus, the mini boss on the 3 times. Get Luck Tom to level 12. Without picking up any items, power ups, or using shots. Okay, picking up any items, so... Right, so does that mean that you're not even allowed to use pots? I think you're allowed to use pots, right? But, for example, that means no treasure chest pick up, right? But they say power-ups, and power-ups can be inside pots, right? Yeah. So you're taking a bit of a risk. Thornstorm to level 9. Yeah, block 250 attacks with Aegis. There's the Dragonfire, by the way. Wait, what's our quests? Och that unlocks the Mundust map. Refresh. And more silver. Yeah, flex the stop damage cooldown. So upon 2 cooldown per level on the flex. Again, 2.5% damage when flexing. So yeah, let's go with Sophie. Oh, I went with tier 2. Maybe I shouldn't. Obviously. More gold or HP radiant, more gold. Yeah, let's go with gold. Nah, go with sword. Okay. Movement speed. Yeah, 1.1 movement speed. Sword. Size and knockback. Like for example, the first few chests is like super cheap in like the demo. I think it's not even 25 in the demo or whatever it was, you know, stuff that's yeah. Here like the race is like that much quicker and stuff that yeah, projectile speed and knockback. Now the projectile speed is pretty decent, but I feel like attack speed is what's really important on the sword. No. Of course, you have the whole thing that you get armor per level on the actual knight and stuff that, so you know gaining like levels are really powerful. And that's also why Thorns is really good on him as well. I'm actually gonna take this now so we can use standstill here for a while. You know, we banished the revolver actually. Pick this up. This is pretty nice. Attack speed. And now we can get the bow. I mean, we're a medieval guy, you know, so let's get the bow. You know, well, I would have preferred a crossbow. You know. Sword. Again, I think the reason why we're able to also survive on the guys that we just focused on upgrading is the weapon. Make it powerful enough, you know. Because I think the main problem with the sword is that it doesn't give you great coverage. That you need to be facing where an enemy is pretty much and stuff like that. But eventually when the size on it gets big enough, it just kind of covers you. If that makes sense, right? Damage on the sword. XP actually. movement speed. I thought about trying to go to the way bosses, but I know how that went last time, you know. I'm gonna try to go for the boss early, you know. That's more XP though. Yeah, our XP is 1.1. We have our cooldown tome. XP region is good. It's good. Glory to Stotska. There's 2 leads. Burger. So there's the boss shrine. Get that. Low difficulty. I'm really scared that we're just gonna die now when there's a shit ton of enemies. Actually size at this point. It is my table life here. Size. Walker, finally. Ooh, yeah. The walker lasts longer. So we do have size and we do have attack speed. Kind of been here before a little bit though, but you know. Yeah, this is dangerous to do. Attack speed. Where's the boss? There he is. I want to try and gain more levels here though. By the way, size. It's really the sword that we need to try and like make more powerful. Because you can see the sword, because of the way it attacks, you can cover a lot of area. Size. Because eventually I believe it will go basically all around you eventually, I think, from the size. Maybe not, you know. Oh, that is really good though at this point. The size. I should have looked more close at what the other things were though. Crit damage and damage, good. Gym sauce. All the cheese is very good. That's another one. Attack speed and damage. Attack speed. I already know where the shrine is. So let's continue on exploring. The glasses, which is actually really good if something has very high HP, because glasses works, you know. Go a free one. The game will go when you kill enemies. We haven't seen the Thorn Shield though. Needed to sneeze really badly. Okay, evasion is pretty good. So that's 40% evasion. And stuff that's, yeah. Yeah, damage on the Flame Walker and more size on the Flame Walker. The Flame Walker can get like ridiculously big at one point, you know, to where you can stand still basically and have the Flame Walker used be on top of you and stuff like that. But it can also go to stack with the aura effect, so the aura is really good with the Flame Walker as well and stuff like that, but yeah. That is more because you saw the projectile count on the actual Flame Walker and stuff like that, and that is true. You can get more projectiles on the Flame Walker, and you can see we have actually two more tome slots we can unlock. I don't know what unlocks the other weapon slot there, because as we saw there, we can only unlock one more weapon. It might be, of course, that it requires the desert stage, maybe. No. Size on Flame Walker, yeah. But your weapon is only 7 though. So let's input the count on the weapon. Because eventually, as you can see, like it gets like very wide, and it can use completely clear in front of you. And that's the thing that you can use to do something like this, that even if they spawn like a ton of enemies, right? If they spawn a ton of enemies, like no problem, like your sword is so big, so you just basically slash in front of you and like everything dies. You know? That's just so good. And duration and damage on the Flame Walker. What's our armor? 34% armor as well. Okay, that's finally that. Damn. It is pretty far away though. That's the armor tome though. Which, you know, is nice and stuff that, you know. Why? The key is used very good, but we don't have a cursed doll yet. So we prioritize that. That's a key. Good. Flame Walker damage. I would have time to do this. Damage. That's the axe. There's the key, by the way. I just wanted to read it to pick up the key. I don't think we have seen the cage for the monkey yet. I would love to try and find a monkey though. Although I don't know if the monkey even show up as a thing though, you know. I know there's a health over there where I'm going towards health. Come on, please don't. Oh. We almost died there. we died. Yeah, the boss was just too strong there. But hey, that was still worth it because we did get the armor tome and we did get the axe. Yeah, so one more silver from that, one more silver from that. So that's the only extra weapon slot we can get from that, though. It's interesting, right? Why not have more of these things? Okay, so we almost had that, so we can skip. So that was the axe unlocked, bloody, attraction, and armor. Oh man, we need 12 to get the ogre. That's boss buster, that's forbidden use. Right, and golden sneakers is 9. Oh, we're 1 away, man. We're 1 away. Forbidden use. Yeah. Works is crit chance, by the way. So yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think that's gonna do it for this time. You know, I don't want to make it like sure we can make like 3 hours and stuff that, but you know, if I make it 3 hours, then that's pretty bad. I mean, I could use record two clips today and stuff that if I really want to and stuff that, but yeah. So you know, yeah, the leaderboards is pretty interesting because the leaderboards stay the same for quite a few hours and stuff that, you know, and stuff that. Yeah. Of course, certain like a really good character and stuff that, but yeah. I mean, I will say this, that the demo, I know that there are people that say that the demo is not representative of the game at all. There are people that say that the demo is not representative at all. And sure, you unlock things in a different way. So there's quite a few weapons though that you get. For example, like, in terms of character, there's only Fox, Sir Ophi, Calcium, Mega Shad, and Clank. You don't even get access to the ogre and stuff that, so yeah. Weapons wise, most of the weapons is there. Chunkers is not there, but Flame Walker is there, Sword is there, Lightning Staff is there, Fire Staff is there. Chunkers is not there, Bone is there, Bow is there, Revolver is there, Aegis is there, Banana Rang is there, Aura is there, Axe is there. And you can also get a Slaughter Rocket as well. Because the Slaughter Rocket has to do with Clank and stuff that, even in the demo and stuff that, so yeah. Tomes wise, you have agility, you have the size, the silver of course obviously doesn't show up. You have the shield tome, you have the radiant tome, you have the practice speed tome, exists, precision tome exists, the knockback tome exists, the HP tome exists, the evasion tome that exists, golden tome, I forgot if it exists, yeah I think it exists, the damage tome, cooldown tome, XP tome, quantity tome, bloody tome I think exists, the attraction tome did not exist, I'm pretty certain, armor tome did exist, and Thorn's tome, and both of them were like way easier to unlock, I felt like. Duration existed, Luck I don't think existed, Curse I know existed, but Chaos did not exist. As of that, no. So yeah, and here there are of course Black Tactical Gases I'm pretty certain did not show up, Turbo Socks did exist, most of this did exist, Cursed Doll did not exist, I don't think Boss Buster did not exist. Keys, I forgot if the keys even existed and stuff that, because yeah. Well, there is the campfire there, so yeah. But yeah, Spiky Chill is of course really good, but yeah. Savarud of course exist and stuff that, but yeah. But there are like a lot of more things here and stuff that do exist and stuff that, but yeah. I will probably go and just take a quick break and then I'll be back with episode 2 of Megabonk.